Hey friendo, Steve here. Welcome back to the channel. So Elimination Chamber is coming to you live from Saudi Arabia this coming Saturday, 9 a.m. over here on the West Coast. So I'm going to be waking up, going from my bed straight to my office with a cup of coffee and firing up the old Zoom and the Twitch. Of course, me, Larson, and the Enforcer are all going to be up with sleep face watching the Chamber matches over at the Twitch, twitch.tv/Steven Larson. Should be a fun show. I'm looking at the card right now. There's a couple stinkers on here possibly, but maybe there's going to be some good stuff as well. A couple matches I'm looking forward to. I figured, why not? A little less than a week out. Just give you my ideas as to what I would love to see happen and what is probably going to happen. Those are usually fairly different things. First up, in the WWE Championship Elimination Chamber match, who you've got in this movie? You got all sorts of people in this match. We've got Austin Theory, AJ Styles, Bobby Lashley, Brock Lesnar, Seth Rollins, and Matthew Riddle in this match. What would I like to see happen? This is what I'd like to see happen. A mystery person take out Austin Theory, and he's replaced by Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens doesn't usually go to Saudi Arabia, so that's why he's not in the match. But it'd be cool if Kevin Owens replaced Austin Theory and won this title, set up him versus Seth Rollins at WrestleMania for the WWE Championship. That's what I'd love to see. What's going to happen is Brock Lesnar is going to win this, and that's why it's going to be title versus title at WrestleMania. Winner takes all, Roman Reigns. Because he's a draw on SmackDown, USA's probably been like, hey, Vince, we're paying you $1 billion. We would like Roman Reigns on our channel. Can you please make that happen? And Vince is like, yeah, sure. We'll make him a double champion. We'll make him the unified champion coming out of WrestleMania. And to get there, you got to have Brock Lesnar walk out of the Elimination Chamber with the title. That's what's going to happen. Sort of a convoluted way to get there, but whatever. Next up, the Raw Women's Championship match, Becky Lynch versus Lita. What would I like to see happen? Becky Lynch win in a really competitive match. What do I think is going to happen? Becky Lynch is going to win in a really competitive match. She'll probably have to cheat to get there. I would love to see Lita continue her run in the WWE. I hope they sign her to sort of like a Brock deal where she gets to show up. Look, people love Lita. Why don't you do this more with the women? With the women who might have had their run 10, 15 years ago, but they can still go now and they're a little bit older. You do it with guys. Do it with the women too. Bring back Lita for another run. I think that'd be awesome. That'd be great, right? That'd be cool. Next up, Universal Champion Roman Reigns versus Goldberg. This should be an absolute squash match. Roman Reigns should dominate. This shouldn't even be happening. Goldberg's like 1,000,000 trillion years old. In that interview he gave on SmackDown last week. When was it? Last week? Yeah, he looks stupid. He's old, he's mumbly. He looks confused. It looks like he's rammed his head into too many doors. Look, man, I was a Goldberg fan back in 1998, just like everybody else was. He was cool back then. But he's like 1,000,000 years old now, and he just sort of rubs me the wrong way. How does this guy keep on losing matches and they keep on giving him title shots? Roman Reigns should wipe the floor with this guy. He doesn't need to cheat. He's not going to need the Usos here. I don't think that's going to happen. I think Goldberg's going to put up a fight. They might have Roman cheat to win this. I hope not. Next, we've got the Women's Elimination Chamber match for an opportunity at Becky Lynch's Raw Women's title at WrestleMania. Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair versus Doudrop versus Nikki ASH versus Vacant. There is another person that will probably end up being revealed on Raw tonight, or they're just going to keep it a secret. I don't know. I'm thinking it's probably going to be Asuka. She's probably ready to go, and she's probably going to be in the Elimination Chamber. However, it's definitely going to be, and it should be, Bianca Belair walking out of the chamber with the win. I think she's going to go on to WrestleMania to face Becky. It makes all the sense in the world. But it's sort of a shame that they would waste an Asuka return. That's my guess. It could be somebody completely different. It could be Tamina. Could be Dana Brooke. She's 24/7 title champion. Maybe she'll be like, hey, I want to be champ. I want like the worst championship and the best championship. But it's not going to happen. Yeah, it's probably going to be Asuka, right? I'm not missing anybody. Is there anybody I'm missing? It's going to be Nia Jax. Probably not. Let's see here. Next up, Drew McIntyre versus Madcap Moss. You know how this should go down? Drew McIntyre is on like the verge of beating Madcap Moss. Baron Corbin, Happy Corbin, comes out there, tries to spoil things. Drew gets the win anyways, but Happy Corbin and Madcap afterwards start to beat down on Drew McIntyre. And then what happens? Veer finally comes and helps out Drew McIntyre. And then Veer, I know he's supposed to be coming to Raw, but what if that's a big swerve and he comes to SmackDown anyways? Or he just helps out Drew McIntyre this one time on SmackDown. This is what they should do. They should have Veer just show up on SmackDown, but they keep on running those Veer is coming to Raw vignettes. Veer comes everywhere but Raw. He shows up in NXT and helps out his old running buddy Sangha. He keeps going on main event. He goes to SmackDown, challenges the Tribal Chief, and the whole time they're running these vignettes for Veer to come to Raw. And then when he comes to Raw, it'll be an even bigger deal. It'll be even more orgasmic when he comes to Raw. Probably won't happen. I don't know what's going on with Veer. So yeah, Drew McIntyre versus I mean, obviously, come on. Drew's probably going to, even with Happy Corbin probably interfering, Drew is going to get the best of Madcap Moss, and that'll set up Drew McIntyre versus Happy Corbin at WrestleMania. Let's face it, if Drew doesn't beat Madcap Moss, even with Happy Corbin there, he should probably. This is a no DQ match too, so that just means Happy Corbin's going to get all involved in this. I hope they don't have Drew eat the pin here. They might, though. They might, just for the heat or whatever. But the thing about Saudi shows that they're usually like fan service type pay-per-views. Like they usually give the people what they want. They usually give them happy endings, as it were. Next up on this list that I have here, SmackDown Tag Team Championships on the line. The USOS versus the Viking Raiders. I mean, how should this go? It should go the Usos beating the Viking Raiders with ease, because they have not presented the Viking Raiders as being a threat of any way, shape, or form. And I kind of feel like that's how it's going to go down. I think the Usos, I think it's going to be a long match. I think it's going to be a good match. It'll probably be like 12 minutes or so. But the Usos are going to win because they're the Usos. They're part of the bloodline. They're not losing titles anytime soon. Come on now. Usos might lose their titles at WrestleMania, but even that, who are like the contenders? Is Woods going to be back in time for WrestleMania? They might have the New Day become like, I don't know, what is it, 21-time tag team champions at WrestleMania? That's really shitty what they did to Big E, man. Anyways, moving on here. Ronda Rousey and okay, spoiler alert. Apparently this match is actually going to be solidified at this coming SmackDown. It's Ronda Rousey and Naomi versus Charlotte, Flair, and Sonya Deville. Should be a good match. Should be actually a really good match. I like everybody here, except for Ronda. What should happen here? Ronda Rousey and Naomi should win. Sonya Deville eats the pin. That's what's going to happen. That's probably what should happen too. I like Sonya Deville a lot though. But yeah, now they need to do everything. Like after WrestleMania, Naomi really needs to go after that SmackDown Women's Championship, unless Ronda actually wins it off Charlotte. That's probably going to happen too. So yeah, let Naomi do as much as she can now. Anyways, that's it. No dog today. Let me know what you guys think about the Elimination Chamber. What do you want to see happen? What do you think is going to happen? Are you going to watch that shit so early in the morning or at noon if you're on the East Coast, which I know a lot of you probably are? I mean, I know a lot of the UK friendos are probably loving this because it's at, 5 p.m. your time. Well done, you guys. Anyways, that's going to do it. Lacey's texting me. Thanks for watching. Until next time, we'll talk to you later.